Well, good evening, YouTube. And welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino beer review. Today you have the Rhino. And look, my neck beard is longer than my actual beard. That makes sense, right? Anyway, today we're drinking a beer from Beyond the Pale. This is the evening edition. And I don't know, there you go. You can even see it. It has, the graphics is like the news graphics that you would get. This is the evening edition on CJOH News or CTV or CBC or Fox, CNN, I don't know. Don't care what you watch. This looks like a news station's logo. Anyway, so Beyond the Pale's evening edition, and it even has the ticker tape at the bottom. Right, I love it. I really do. I love it. So Beyond the Pale is in Ottawa. I've been to Beyond the Pale a few times. I was at Beyond the Pale at their old location and their new location both times with my buddy Guy from Beer Guy Reviews or Drinking in Canada or several other different things he does. You see him sometimes on the podcast-ish thing we do, our Hangouts podcast. We don't do a podcast. Nobody would listen to us doing a podcast. We tried to do a podcast. We did interview with a rhino. And I need a new I need to hope that, either Chris gets his stuff situated or I find a new host, but it is what it is. This is a dark lager at 3.8% alcohol by volume, so it is a light beer. And down here it says the beer you want when you need it most. And you have that kind of logo on some news stations, right? The news you need when you need it most. Independently brewed at Beyond the Pale Brewing. City Center Avenue, Bay 110, Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. The ingredients on this is water, malted barley, malted wheat, hops, and yeast. And if you've never had a Beyond the Pale beer, one of the best things about it is they use a picket fence for their UPCs. And I mean, a picket fence is also their logo. So, this is the evening edition of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. Today, we are going to look at the evening edition dark lager from Beyond the Pale. So let's get right down to it, shall we? Let's open her up and see what we have. Oh, that was a nice pop. A nice pop. Let's pour her in the glass. 3.8% alcohol for a dark lager. Have you heard of that before? I personally have not. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I would find a 3.8% alcohol dark lager. Oh, by the by, thank you, Brian, for sending this to me. I almost completely forgot. Brian is going to get some, both Malty and Brian are going to get some Regina beers, but yeah, they will be going out most likely later this month. Because this beer should actually probably be posted the same night I do it, since I usually post 2 videos a day, and it's usually the most recent and then the oldest beer review. And I've already posted the oldest beer review this morning, so I just have the most recent, and that's going to be this one. So the head is pretty frothy, slightly off-white. The beer is like a ruby red. I don't think anything's coming through it there, but it is like a ruby red. Actually, we got our phone here. Let's see if we can show this to you, eh? Let's turn on the light. See? Okay. Scent from the glass. Oh. There's coffee. There's chocolate, there's caramel, and there's a tiny touch of tobacco. Out of the can? Oh, pretty much the same. I'm really excited about this. I've had a lot of stuff going on in my life lately, so I haven't done a lot of like video where I talk about everything. I probably should, but I know the person that I would be talking about who has given me this trigger has themselves or somebody else watch a lot of my videos. So I'm kind of silenced. I'm not allowed to talk about the things that happened to me because of that. I'm not allowed to talk about the trauma that I myself received. And it's trauma that brought me to one of my attempts at unaliving myself. And it's something that's also kept me out of my wife's bed the last little while because I haven't been able to perform because I don't know what it was, but I'm coming up upon an anniversary of me doing stuff to myself after something was done to me. And we're not talking about what was done to me in the Arctic. This was while I was before I was married to the woman I'm married to now. And we're doing the evening edition, so we might as well give you some evening edition news, eh? So I don't know what it was. Something triggered me to remember all of it very vividly, and I haven't been able to even get my thing to jiggle even. I gotta work. I've put my wife into a bad place by trying to deal with my own stuff without talking to her. And I didn't talk to her because she deals with enough of her own stuff and she carries enough of my own pain with her. And I don't need her to carry that. But it is what it is, right? Weird thing to talk about in the middle of a beer review, I know. But basically it comes down to I don't think she watches every beer review. She watches the live streams and the heart-to-hearts and stuff. So that's where I'm more censored than anything. But I mean, I guess I'll find out if she had somebody watch this if the next time we go to court this is brought up, because that's what happens, right? Anytime we go to court for things, every single thing I said is brought up, and I'm basically attempted to be silenced. That was the evening edition with your host, the Rhino. Let's try the beer. Cheers. Okay. This is 3.8% alcohol. 3.8. So it's lower percentage than a Coors Light. It's lower percentage than a Guinness. It's lower percentage than a Corona. It's lower percentage than a Silversmith Black Lager. And I would say, other than the mouthfeel, and I mean, medium carbonation, but it is a lighter bodied beer, but again, 3.8% alcohol. But I think other than the mouthfeel, that is every bit as good as the original Silversmith Black Lager. There is chocolate. There is coffee. There is caramel. There is a bitter black coffeeness. Not overly bitter, but it's there. There is an earthiness. And a tiny touch of tobacco and a tiny touch of molasses. This is a solid fucking beer. Now, I can't say that I'm not slightly excited when I find a dark lager that is this damn good. This is so drinkable. So fucking drinkable. And I mean, it was sitting in an LCBO for a while before it was picked up for me. And then it was shipped here. Fuck, this was canned in December of 2023. So this is like 10 months old. It tastes fresh. It tastes great. That is an excellent beer. I hope that this is part of the regular rotation. I have 4 friends that have tried this beer. On Untapped, they averaged a 3.5 out of 5, so a 7 out of 10 as I rank out of 10. I don't ever think somebody's opinion's wrong. I can disagree with it. And I disagree with this one. I disagree with the idea that this should be a 7 out of 10 beer because this is top tier stylistically. It has all the flavors a dark lager should have. And it's only 3.8% alcohol. So the fact that you have, excuse me, a dark lager that has this much flavor at 3.8% alcohol is fucking insane. It is. It's fucking insane. Out of 10 on this? You know what? The evening edition from Beyond the Pale, from me, is getting a 9. Thank you, YouTube. Bye-bye.